All right, Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the Achians who are out there pushing this truth for the edification of the body and for the building of the church. To you, I salute. All right, I want to do a brief lesson which is entitled His laws to Israel is everlasting. His laws to Israel, okay, and I stress to Israel is everlasting because his law wasn't given to no one else, no other nation, okay. The first precept is Exodus 20 and 2. Exodus 20 and 2. And it states, I am the Lord thy God that brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Okay? And he said, it states, which have brought thee, Salakia, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And the thee, okay, refers to Israel. All right? No other nation, the nation of Israel. Which nation of people was in bondage? Okay? Which nation of people in bondage in Egypt? Okay? The Most High is only speaking to that particular group of people, those that were in bondage in Egypt. All right? And this nation, he gave his laws to. All right? The nation that was in bondage in Egypt is the nation he gives his laws to, no other nation. Okay? And we're going to prove that. We're going to go to the next precept, which is Psalms 147 and 19. Okay? 147 and 19 and 20. Okay? Verse 19. He shewed his words unto Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay? He shewed his words unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any other nation. Okay? The statutes and laws were only shown, his word and statutes were only shown to Israel. Okay? Therefore, the judgment for breaking those laws is only upon Israel. All right? The next precept is Psalms 127 and 20. He had not dealt so with any other nation. Okay? And as for his judgment for breaking those laws, the judgment for breaking those laws, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Okay? Praise ye the power. All right? His judgment, okay, high blood pressure, gout, all right, diabetes. You know, those are the nations, Edom, okay, Moab. They're not, okay, those diseases are not prevalent among the nation of Edom, Moab, okay, and Ishmael. Only the Israelite nation, okay? The next precept is Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Salakia. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel, okay? And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, to love him and serve him. Okay, serve the Lord, Salakia, to serve the Lord thy God, thy power, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Okay? This is what is required of Israel. Okay, to love him and serve him with all thy power. Okay, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. This is what is required of Israel. Okay? Not no wishy-washy service or okay, half-heartedly worshiping or keeping the laws or whatnot. Okay? With all thy heart and with, this is what is required. All thy heart and with all thy soul. Okay? Israel, okay, this is what the power required thee. Okay, and then it's personal. Salakia. The next precept we're going to go to is Baruch 4 and 1. All right? This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. Okay? And the law that endureth forever. Okay? And the heading is, okay, his laws to Israel is everlasting. Okay? And Baruch state, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. All they that keep this law shall come to life. They shall live. They would be quickened. But they that leave it, that depart from it, shall die. That is a spiritual death. Okay? That is not you drop down dead, okay, immediately. Okay? But eventually you will die anyhow. Like, okay? But if you don't keep the laws and commandments of the Most High God, spiritually you will die. Okay? All right. The next precept. So, like, we're going to go to Baruch 4 and 2 now. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Turn thee, O Jacob, turn thee, O Israel, and take hold of it, and walk in the presence of the light. Because the precepts say that the law is light, and this is a lamp to our feet. Okay? We're going to get into that later. All right? The next precept is, okay, Exodus 4 and 22. Exodus 4 and 22. And it states, and thou, okay, Exodus 4 and 22, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said the power, thus said the Lord, thus said the power, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Okay? Israel is my son. Okay? The nation of Israel is the Most High's son. All right? Even his firstborn. Okay? So his law he gave to his son. All right? No other children, all right? The children of the other nation, or the children of another parent, if I give my laws to my son, okay, or if you give your laws to your son, that don't go to his friend or his other family members. That's only your laws, and your laws is only to your son, okay, or your kids. All right? It don't apply to his comrades or buddies or whatever. All right? So his law is to Israel is a personal, okay? It's a personal issue. It's a personal concern. All right? So this is what he that dwell in us, okay? All right? Require us to keep his laws diligently. Okay? Psalms 119 and 4. We should be zealous about keeping his law. Next precept is Psalms 119 and 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precept diligently. Okay? Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precept diligently. Okay? We should be diligent and zealous, okay, about keeping his law with all our heart and with all our strength. Okay? Next precept is Proverbs 7 and 2. Salakia, Proverbs 7 and 2. Keep my commandments and live. Okay? Keep my commandments and live. Okay? And my law as the apple of thine eye. All right? So if you want, all right, to be quickened, to live, all right, to worship the Most High in spirit and truth with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind, keep his commandments and live. All right? The next precept is 1 John 5 and 3. 1 John, let's go to 1 John 5 and 3. And it states, for this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. Okay? To love Yahweh is keeping his commandments, obeying his law. All right? Let's go on to the next precept. Okay? Habakkuk 1 and 4. Habakkuk 1 and 4. Now, these are the nations who, okay, disregard the Most High law because the law wasn't given to them. So they're not concerned with keeping the law of the Most High God. Okay? They fear not the Most High and disregard his law. So Israel would be, okay, foolish to allow someone else, some other nation, to dictate to them, okay, how to serve and worship their God. But that's just what we've been, been taught, how we've been led and deceived by these people, by Esau, okay? Habakkuk 1 and 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forward. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Okay? Therefore, wrong judgment proceeded. The wicked doth compass about the righteous. Who's the wicked? Esau. Okay? Esau, the nation that is in charge, that rules this world, they are the wicked, and they compassed about the righteous and has deceived us with not obeying the laws of the Most High. But their laws are slack. The laws that they govern us by are slack. Okay? Therefore, unrighteous judgment proceeded. Okay? We are victim of their, okay, wishy-washy, okay, unrighteous laws, their evil, wicked kingdom. All right? Next precept is Psalms 119 and 126. Psalm 119. Let's go to Psalm 119 and 126. Salakia. Psalm 119 and 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to wake, for they have made void thy law. They have made void thy law. The law of the Most High has been made void because we've been taught by the enemy that we don't have to keep the law, that we are under grace. All right? So his law is void and been made void to us. All right? We are disregarding his law. All right? Next precept we're going to go to is Proverbs 6 and 23. Proverbs 6 and 23. Proverbs 6 and 23. Salakia. For the commandment is a lamp, okay, and the law is a light, and reproof of instructions are the way of life. Okay, for the commandment is a lamp, the law is a light, and reproof, okay, of instructions are the way of light. Okay, the law is light. All right. So if we want to be in the light, obey these laws. Okay, because the law is light and the commandment to our feet. Okay, Salaki. All right. All right. All right. The last precept we're going to go to is Psalms 119 and 130. The entrance of thy word giveth light. It giveth understanding unto the simple, because these laws are the light. Okay? These laws are the light. And Psalms 119 and 130 say that entrance of thy word giveth light. It giveth understanding unto the simple. So we keep these laws, we would be in the light and receive understanding. Okay? We would walk in the light and have understanding and knowledge of these precepts. I hope this lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Shalom.